So welcome again to MI Chamber podcast. I'm really delighted to be joined here by two great friends and colleagues from North Carolina Chamber of Commerce. And I'm going to just quickly let them introduce themselves to you. So Gary, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, hi Suzanne, it's good to be back. Gary Salamido, I'm the president and CEO of the North Carolina Chamber. I'm a pharmacist by background, and I've been with the Chamber since 2012, but worked at GlaxoSmithKline for a very long time before that, all in government affairs. So it's great to be back in Belfast with you.
Yeah, great to have you here as well. Yeah, and Jake.
Hey, thanks, Suzanne. I'm Jake Cashion, Vice President of Government Affairs for the North Carolina Chamber. I've been with the Chamber since 2011 timeframe. Took a hiatus for a little while, and Gary recruited me back, and I tried to say no, but you can't turn Gary Salamido down. So here I am. And
I've learned that.
So happy to be back in Belfast with you all and our partners at the North Carolina Chamber.
Yeah. So we've had a partnership arrangement for a couple of years now. We think it's an incredibly deep and relationship that is actually bearing lots of fruit in terms of our businesses here and the relationship with North Carolina. Why Northern Ireland? Why partner with Northern Ireland? What did you see as the synergies that exist? Gary? Yeah.
Well, when it all happened, Stuart and Jake cooked us up, and I didn't know what they were talking about yet.
Okay.
But it was one of the best things that's ever happened. And why Northern Ireland? We have so much in common. There's so much opportunity here. When we came back for our first visit after you visited here, there was an instant connection. I think the most important part is culturally and relationship-wise, we get along really well. We understand each other. We have market segments that are similar, and there's just incredible opportunity for growth because it all starts with people who build relationships, trust each other, and businesses want to do business with people they know and trust and have commonality with. So at the bottom of it is that cultural piece and the people. And then the industry segments line up really nicely. So there's a lot of opportunity. And with Northern Ireland being such a leading place in cybersecurity, we can learn from you. Yeah. And with our life sciences and with our ag, it's just great exchange.
And so, Jake, so from what Gary said, it's not just a one-way relationship at all. It's absolutely a two-way relationship, and we've obviously had some of our businesses out with you in North Carolina, in Raleigh, and then in Greensboro. And what has impressed you about some of those businesses that have come out over the last couple of years?
Yeah, that's a great question, and you're spot on. We talk once a week, once every couple of weeks at least, on a formal conversation, and just try to figure out where things are. But we've been able to work with several of your member companies who are looking to expand into North America. We want to keep them in North Carolina or get them in North Carolina. So having that connectivity is really important. And on the flip side, working with Aer Lingus to get the direct flight from
which you
Raleigh
took to get here, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And having the Bank of America announcement here in Belfast, it's just really brilliant type of opportunities that companies are starting to see. Why Northern Ireland, why Belfast? There's a lot of energy here, and we want to help promote that and have good cross-border relationships.
And when we were out there just in March time, we went to see some of the aerospace companies, and we had some of our aerospace supply chain companies with us. Just give us a bit of a reflection on how you felt that went.
Frankly, it was my favorite day.
Yeah.
I live in that region. I live in that region, and exactly. Thank you, Gary. And I was really honored to showcase what's happening there at the Piedmont Triad International Airport. I think it's probably going to be a world leader in aerospace manufacturing moving into the future. There's a lot of activity happening there. You all being able to meet with Jet Zero, and obviously Collins is here, but Honda Jet, who you've been wanting to have a relationship with, and a handful of others. I mean, I just feel like, being able to introduce you all to those folks, I think is going to create some real good opportunity for both your companies here, but also companies in North Carolina that are looking to, for new services, for example. And so I think leaving that meeting, what was most exciting for me was seeing the companies that are like I'm calling you. We've got business to do together. Yeah. And that's what this is about, that connectivity and those relationships.
And you're going, over the next couple of days, you're going to go back here and see some of those companies as well who want to take things to the next level too. So, which is brilliant. I just want to circle back to something you said, Gary, in terms of relationships and how important that is, because of course we can all do the kind of economics around what it's like to do cross-Atlantic trade, etc. But the really special thing I think about the relationship that we have as two chambers together is that we are driving those business relationships on an active basis. Week by week, month by month. Do you want to just reflect on that a bit more?
Yeah, and Suzanne, we've talked about this a lot. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot of geopolitical tensions all around the world. And what's really interesting is that businesses kind of see through all of that. Not even kind of, they see through it. And they just want to create jobs for people, retain jobs for people, grow their businesses. And they want to do that business to business. So with all the noise in the world, and it's important, and we got to be careful, and we got to pay attention to it. That said, businesses just want to establish relationships with each other, and they want to do business with each other to buy and sell their products and services, and most importantly, take care of the people. In those businesses. So, that's the essential key, right? And actually, you wish there wasn't so much noise, and you wish there wasn't so much to be concerned about, but it's actually brought businesses closer together. It's allowed them to continue to have relationships with government, but what's equally and more important is kind of like going back to the future a little bit, business to business relationships. And it's really working, and we're seeing it, and people are enjoying it. When you all came over in March, you got to meet my chairman and my next coming chairman. And they're already talking about, wow, we should be able to do more there. So it's good. And businesses want to do business with people they know and trust. Yeah.
And, as VP for Government Affairs, Jake, we get asked questions all the time by our businesses. Well, with everything that's been happening with tariffs in the US and, geopolitics, etc., is it still a place to do business? Certainly when we were out there in March and last year as well, absolutely is the answer. But what would you say to our companies who are watching this podcast, about the state of North Carolina and its openness for business?
Yeah, great question. We like to let people know that obviously North Carolina is the number one state in the country to do business the last 3 out of 4 years.
And it's not just you saying that?
It's not just us saying that. CNBC rankings, we're number one in the state, number one in the country on workforce, talent supply. Site Selection magazine is named as number one for economic development. So tremendous opportunity. When Gary and I started in our roles back in 2011, North Carolina was at the bottom of the list. And through business leadership, we've been able to see with the work of Vision 2030, which is our roadmap, that has come to fruition, and now we're on the second iteration of that. And so it's just been a real honor to be in the middle of some of those important discussions to reshape North Carolina. And obviously because of the growth that we're having now, we are seeing some challenges. I call them opportunities to fix these challenges. And
they're good problems to have.
They're good problems to have, right? And we're in the middle of a lot of those conversations now, and it's important to see. I just saw this morning an article, a news article in a national publication was talking about the housing challenges that North Carolina has. Well, it's everywhere. I think it's here in Belfast as well. So there's a lot of overlap and opportunities, if you will, to fix some of these important business issues. And so our leaders are seeing that. We're in the middle of those conversations. We're leading in those conversations, and it's just an important place for business to be in the middle of. And when business leads, good things happen.
Yeah. So some businesses that are probably watching might be interested in entering the American market, or even having one of their plants in the US. Why should they choose North Carolina, and what help will they get?
Oh, well, it's 1-800-CALL Jake Cashion. Well, in all seriousness, we want to be a portal. We can be a place at the North Carolina Chamber where we can get you to the right place. So reaching out to us if you're interested, And we can, if we don't have the answer, we'll get you to the people who do. That's what we do for a living. We connect people, as you do here with the Northern Ireland
Absolutely.
Chamber. So that's step one. And why North Carolina is because we're easy to do business. We can very clearly see the things that are your opportunities and your challenges and help you understand and de-risk the decision to come into the United States and to stay in North Carolina. So we have a great workforce. Our cost of doing business is very competitive, if not the best in the country, really top 2 or 3. We have great investments in infrastructure that continue to happen in order to plan for the future, because you have to preserve and protect this great climate that we have. But we equally are looking at what do we need to do to stay here, to make sure that people can live, work, and raise their family in North Carolina. And we just have so much in common that we think once you're in North Carolina, you say, wow, I feel at home here.
And we're not suggesting that our businesses here move lock, stock and barrel to North Carolina. We are, though, looking at strategic alliances, and we are looking at potential footprints in both places, etc., and trade. Jake, it obviously takes a period of time and hand-holding to enable those relationships to be built so that companies can do those kind of things. And I guess from you, just describe what that's been like for some of the companies that you've been working with from here. What have you been doing with them?
Yeah, no, I like to move quick, so sometimes
we all do.
The slowness can be frustrating, but have had the sheer pleasure of working with a handful of companies from here that want to expand into North America. We want to keep them in North Carolina, obviously, because of the relationship. So I take them and I just kind of handhold them through the process. Obviously, they have to do their own due diligence as companies and figure out where they want to be. But we try to put the best foot forward for them and make sure they're getting a red carpet service with us, but also with our economic development folks who can help them with, incentives, real estate, whatever else may be required to get them to the state. And we want to do that. And obviously, we want to make sure we're connecting companies in North Carolina to you so that we can still have those good, cross jurisdictional type of relationships and growth, frankly, and that's important for us. I mean, obviously, we don't want it to be a one-way street. And it hasn't been, and we want to see it two ways.
And you've seen some great capabilities here. You mentioned cyber security earlier on, and the number of cyber companies that we have here and how attractive that is in terms of capabilities. We just walked past where Teamworks have their location here. Obviously, a company headquartered in Durham, in North Carolina, with engineers.
And they were at the MOU signing.
They were at the MOU signing as well. But Teamworks realised the capabilities that existed here in terms of software engineering, and obviously then acquired the company, but kept the staff and are growing here. As well, which is a great example of a business that has done that, has achieved what we've set out to do as a partnership. So we are looking forward to August next. That's our next get together, right? As two chambers across the pond. And just tell us a little bit about what's going to happen in August here in Northern Ireland.
Oh, well, we're excited that Suzanne challenged us to a Chamber Ryder Cup event.
Did.
So we'll be going up into Northern Ireland. We're bringing about 12 executives over to play some golf at the most beautiful golf courses in the world here in Northern Ireland.
And we accept that they are the most beautiful golf courses in the world.
Maybe we'll get you back to Pinehurst in 2 years.
Well,
so we're working on that.
We will do that.
I think there'll be a challenge coming when we get back up here at the end of August for sure.
Yeah.
So mostly it's about building relationships, and we're looking forward to getting executives from the Northern Ireland Chamber and executives from the North Carolina Chamber together to get to know each other a little bit. So we'll be up here at the end of August for a Ryder Cup event. And then we're also going to make UNC is playing TCU down at the Aer Lingus Classic, so we'll end the week down there.
Yeah.
We'll spend most of our week up here
in American football.
In American football, yes. So we're looking forward to that. Our governor's coming over, so there'll be a delegation of the right people coming over for a little while to visit, and let's see what we can do. I know that there'll be more projects that come out of this relationship once we get the executives in the room together. if we get 12 of them together, we're going to get 4 projects of some sort that will happen.
Yeah,
and we're bringing folks from construction industry to finance industry and everything in between. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and
thank you for arranging it.
Oh no, I was going to ask Jake, who do you think's going to win, Jake?
Well, obviously.
Obviously Northern Ireland.
I have full faith and trust in our team, and we'll see how it goes. But obviously you have the home field advantage.
Well, we've picked some of the best golfers that we can find, I think, on both sides. So it should be a really strong competition, I think. And we're really looking forward to that happening. And we're really looking forward to coming back out again next year to North Carolina and, focusing on strengthening the relationships that we already have with those businesses that are already working with you, but also bring some new ones with us. And
we can have some announcements by then. And
I hope so.
I think we're closed on a few.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much. And looking forward to spending the next couple of days with you as well. And we're going out to see some of those businesses later on today.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
our team, for putting this together for us.
You're very welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you.